What's up everybody, Thomas Katsu coming back at you with some more Talishar practice. Gotta get all this good Katsu practice in with all those spoilers from Outsiders. Katsu looks super fun. I initially started Flesh and Blood playing Katsu about a year ago for the Farewell to Welcome to Wraith event. And since Thanksgiving time, I jumped off of Katsu and I went to Oldham because Katsu just didn't have the tools to really compete at a high level that I wanted to compete at. So then I, dabbled with Oldham, and Oldham's kind of fun. Sometimes, if you run the aggressive build, he's actually really fun. But if you run that very slow Rampart, D-React, Shield kind of Oldham, that's just not fun for anybody. But we're trying out Katsu again, and we get Kano, and I have AB2 with no Oasis Respite. So I'm probably gonna die. If we actually played this game, now you're gonna see here that we go a couple of turns. They pop their Storm Striders, in my opinion, very early, and then they disconnect from the game while I attack with a 0-4-3. So this game's a wash. It means absolutely nothing. But I'm gonna leave it in here anyway because you're gonna see that AB2 Katsu kind of hamstrung against Kano. Honestly, I have 18. Yeah, I believe 18 blues in the deck out of 60 cards. So, maybe we need some more AB. I don't know, if we put all of our resources into AB and then we don't have our blues, do our Kadachi Mass Draw or Surging Strike into a Gust Wave, either a Whelming or Descendant Gust Wave into a Bonds or into a Megenchi. So I foresee that the Wizard matchup is still going to be a struggle for Kano. I have not played an Icelander yet. Talishar is just loaded with Uzuris, loaded with Riptides, loaded with Azalea. Haven't played the Mirror Katsu, haven't played the Crouching Tiger Katsu either, but that's game one with Kano. And now we get Lexi. Now Lexi is good. She's really good. Those Rangers got some pretty good cards, and they're running more of a traditional based Lexi, which means that I'm going to try to take tempo early, and if I can't take tempo, we just block out and hope they brick to either take tempo back or to run them out of cards. And yeah, let's see what happens. So we do a nice little Kadachi here, be like water, hoping that it hits so I can pay one. They block it, so we have to razor it. Don't have the so we make Be Like Water, Surging Strike, and then we get that Whelming Gust Wave, and then we come in. We already have the Mass Draw, so we're just going to go ahead and Arsenal. Hopefully they kind of whiff here, and then we can really hit them hard, put them in a big deficit. You have to hit Lexi hard because of her consistent on-hit effects, because of her consistent ability to buff, and her consistent ability to do Lexi-like things, like her hero's ability. She'll give you Frostbites. She'll give you really damaging, brutal. Like right here, she's trying to reload for free, get another basically another activation out of Voltaire. Now they're coming in for another 8. So it puts you in a rough decision. You already have a Frostbite. You're gonna block it out, not have a turn, or you're gonna take 8 to the face, try to have a turn. I try to have a turn to do 8 back at them, try to get some cards out of hand. Now they don't fall for it, so this must be more experienced Lexi. They just keep the pressure on, they keep all the cards. They're coming in for 4 with Go Again. This is fused, and I don't know how to read, because even though it's fused, I didn't realize that the effect is still in play. So I let this hit, and then I have to get rid of my card, which essentially ruins my whole turn, just because I don't know how to read playing cards. So they get the upper hand here. We're just going to go back and forth, and this is not where you want to be against Lexi. You want to apply lots of early pressure, so they have to get rid of their cards. Once they start chipping away, once they start turning that momentum around, it's really hard to get back into it. So this is a great turn here. I wish I had the Dishonor to go grab that Engrave, but I didn't have the Dishonor, so I can't banish it. But what I did have is this Whelming Gust Wave. So we go and hit him with the Whelming Gust Wave. We feel good here. And they got this, 5-card hand. 3 of a kind is a great card, man. The fact that it's $10 is, kind of ridiculous, because that card's straight busted. So they're gonna go in for 4 with Go Again. We block it. I mean, I guess we could take a bunch of damage here. This is really the pivot turn of the game. basically we take a bunch of damage here and go down to like 5-8 health. Because they're coming in with 5, they would have been 4, so I would have took 9 damage, went to 11, plus the on-hit effects to try to crack back. I don't know, I'm up 8, and I'm feeling pretty solid at this point. They got that icy counter there. I don't know. Ranger's always tricky. Lexi's tricky to play against, and if I was a better player, I'd have answers, but we're going to go ahead and let this hit, pretty sure. Yeah. That way we can still Kadachi. I'm hoping, or we can just Arsenal that Woman Gust Wave, try to have a bigger turn when that Tunic is back up to 3. Paying 1 here, doing Lexi type things. Heat Seeker's really good. They throw Channel out. Channel's going to make my Kadachi in the future. They give me 3 Frostbite, so it makes my Kadachi cost 5 because their Channel's out, which is pretty bonkers, and it just shuts down my turn. Because you can't go as wide as you like because you're paying now for that Whelming. It would have been nice to swing that Whelming for 3 and then Ancestral it for 4 and then Arsenal my draw card, but nope, Channel Lake Frigid's out. Channel Lake's a great card. It's even better when you play Icelander because they play it at instant speed and get that extra turn out of it. So in my brain I'm thinking, hey, I'm up by 7. Maybe I can Kadachi them down and then have that good tempo turn where I just kill them with a Razor or something. If not, kind of block out and hope they just mess up, hope they don't have a good draw, they kind of brick their hand, and we can just Kadachi, hit them here and there, and it just doesn't work. And probably like 2 turns from now, you're going to see where I just put in the chat, like, hey man, you got this game? And he's like, yeah, if I don't brick, it's over, and he didn't brick. So I was coming in for 5 here, I totally, I tried to buff stuff, and didn't realize I had to pay 1, so this ruins my whole turns. I can't even Kadachi here. Like, this is brutal, and I can't use that Art of War efficiently, so then I just end up arsenaling it. They have complete tempo, they have a 5-card hand, they have all of their armor. So even though I'm up by 4, like, I'm really losing this game at this time. Even though I'm up, I'm definitely losing. You need them to brick hard. Now, I'm a complete idiot here, and I go to buff my attacks, and it's attack actions, and I block the non-attack action, so it doesn't buff. They're very nice, and they let me take that back, which I hate on doing. At Talishar, this is in Chicago, you don't get to do this, so poo-poo on me, I suck. I apologize in the chat. So we block correctly there, and then I want to use this resource, and I want to draw cards, but I don't have the attack. So yeah, this is just Misplay City, this is just me playing terrible. So, maybe if I had a rematch with this guy gave me approval to put this on YouTube. If I had a rematch, maybe I'd give him a better match, but I just did not play well on my lunch break between work, and he's going to get the win here. You're going to see that in a minute. I tell him that as soon as that happened, I tell him in the chat, I'm like, yeah, this game's over, and we just play it out, but I lose. No way around it. They go arrow into Death Touch, and I die. So let's just enjoy the rest of this game. Watch me try to survive. I can't get rid of the mask momentum. Just like Lexi. If Lexi gets rid of her New Horizons, like, that game's over. And the same thing with Katsu. If you get rid of that mask momentum, like, you lose. Because the mask is so vital to what you want to do. That whole string them out long, get that mask trigger. Or at least have the potential to get the mask trigger is huge. If you lose the mask, the game's over, so we're just trying to hang on here. It's 5-6. The game's quote-unquote close. Like, look, I got 3 Frostbites and a Channel Lake. So, and of course I brick. I have 3 reds and a yellow, so it takes 4 cards to swing for 1, which is brutal. If I had, some blues there, like, maybe I do some damage here and I don't die, but I just draw poorly. I only got 14 cards left in the deck, so, like, this is a lose-lose. So even though it looks close, Flesh and Blood's real deceptive like that, because I was well behind in tempo, and they're crushing me right now, so they get the win. I ask them, hey, can I put this on YouTube? They say yes, absolutely, so here we are. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. If you haven't entered the giveaway,